Breaking news today: Russia has sent tactical nuclear weapons to Belarus. Russian President Vladimir Putin has recently stated that Russia plans to station its tactical nuclear weapons, TNWs, in Belarus as the conflict between Russia and Ukraine continues to escalate. The construction necessary to deploy these weapons is expected to be finished by the end of July, after which the TNWs will be stationed. Russia has considered providing Belarusian military personnel with launch instruction for the TNWs and flight instruction for nuclear-capable aircraft. However, all TNWs may be directly commanded and controlled by the Russians. With an extensive common border with Russia and Ukraine, and a geostrategic location that places it near NATO members like Poland, Latvia, and Lithuania, there are a number of possible theoretical explanations for Russia's draconian actions toward Belarus. Given the growing conventional asymmetry between Russia, the United States, and NATO countries, this could first be interpreted as a form of Russian nuclear deterrence signaling to the United States and its European NATO allies that Russia possesses and relies on nuclear forces. It's reasonable to assume that a nuclear state with inferior conventional forces would rely more heavily on nuclear weapons as a deterrent. With its new nuclear doctrine of escalate to de-escalate, Russia's security leaders believe they can successfully deter the United States and its European allies by relying heavily on the use of nuclear weapons. This means that Russia can escalate the crisis if necessary, and maintain the ability to de-escalate it if necessary, without running the risk of defeat or starting an accidental nuclear war. For obvious reasons, Russia's potential adversaries would criticize Russia's deterrent posturing. Second, the United States has already stationed TNWs in many European countries, and Russia may wish to adopt similar parameters. It's possible to interpret this as a form of retaliation. Russian security officials estimate that Russia has somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 TNWs, while their American counterparts believe that the United States has deployed more than 500 TNWs in Europe. The United States maintains its deployment of these weapons to these countries, and the New START treaty between the United States and Russia does not include a similar provision. Since the two nuclear rivals' New START treaty is ineffective and in limbo, either side could theoretically take advantage of the treaty's flaws. Neither side is bound by the Anti-Ballistic Missile Treaty or the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, both of which have been terminated. This means that both sides will continue to develop both long-range nuclear missiles and short-range nuclear missiles. Third, the Russian invasion of Georgia and Ukraine reflects Russia's resurgence in the international system despite Russia's weaker economy when compared to the United States and its NATO allies. In addition, Russia can make such threats because it has access to numerous advanced nuclear delivery systems. Russia's intention to deploy TNWs in Belarus is a sign of its growing dominance over the United States and its NATO allies. Last but not least, this may show how seriously Russia takes the efforts of the United States and its NATO allies to incorporate Ukraine into the NATO security system. Russia sees Ukraine's potential membership in NATO as a threat to Russia's vital security interests and therefore seeks to prevent Ukraine's membership in the alliance. Taking into account all of this, Russia's plan to station its TNWs is seen as achieving security-related goals. As a result, Russia seems adamant not to withdraw its forces until a broader negotiation occurs between Russia, the US, and its NATO allies to help resolve the Ukraine issue. It will maintain its control over strategically significant parts of Ukraine.